you have to work on that. Suppose when the business document is not given, how you will proceed? Here is the way. When the business document is not given, you will go and sit with the business, analyst. If not, you will go directly sit with the stakeholder. Okay, if the BA is not available, you will go and sit with the stakeholder and you will take the complete notes, and then you will prepare the business document. And based on that, you will prepare the test cases. Once you read the test cases, always remember that you have to share with the entire team. Okay, the reason of sharing the test cases to entire team is, you never know, the developer may come with some idea, the project manager may come up with some other test case that may be helpful for you to test the application very thoroughly. Okay. All right. So today, let us talk about different testing types. We also talked about white box testing, black box testing, and gray box testing, right? We are all black box testers. The reason, we are not going to see the code. Okay. So white box testers are developers. It is called unit testing. That is also called WBT. BBT means black box testing. Okay. So can anybody just give me an idea about what is smoke testing, why it is required? Just a snapshot. What is smoke testing, why it is required? So always, just remember, okay, smoke testing is done by generally leads. Okay. Whenever a application, whenever the code is going for a testing, before it is being handed over to the tester, the lead will verify whether the main link is working or not, web link is working or not. Okay. Example, let's say Bank of America is coming here. Then I will click on offer details. Is it coming correctly or not? Okay. And also the lead will test the major functionalities of the application. Then he will ensure that the application is ready to be tested by the testers in SIT. The test is called smoke testing. It is also called built verification test. Built is nothing but moving the code from one server to other server. See, you must always remember three servers. Okay, SIT server, that is a QA box, and then UAT box, and then production servers. And you know very well there are many servers. The reason, in SIT there are many servers. The reason, as a backup, as well as when developers are working parallelly, they need to work in different servers. Okay, and also for one change request or one enterprise release, you will be asked to work on one specific SIT box, one specific UAT box. Okay, but production boxes are always same. There will be 4 production boxes: South, North, East, West, or New York, San Jose, Dallas, Washington DC. So you must remember these things very, very clearly. All right. So today, let me talk about functional testing. Okay, let me talk about functional testing. Okay. Functional testing. Okay. We know very well that our main job is to test the functionalities of the application. Okay. So can anybody tell me what are the functionalities we have studied as on today? Say I'm talking about different applications, right? I discussed about electricity billing, medical records, insurance, and banking. So at least one by one, can you please tell me at least 1 or 2 functionalities in different projects? Fast. Whomever knows, just throw it out right away. What are the functionalities we tested? Okay, all of you please note down. Okay, so electricity billing, what we tested? Electricity billing. Anybody? Electricity. Okay, or electricity project. First we tested meter reads, right? We have calculated meter reads or not? Okay, final minus initial. Okay, final minus initial. Initial. That will give you meter value of meter reads. Meter reads for the month. Meter reads for the month. Then what you have done? You have calculated the invoice, right? We calculate invoice, right? How we calculated meter reads? Meter reading into unit price. Okay? And then we calculated, what we calculated?
Billing.
What is that?
Billing.
Billing, correct. Calculated billing. Okay, so what is that? Invoice plus any pending balance. Okay? From previous months. Okay, previous months. So finally we talked about reports, right? So in the reports, we just see for a specific customer, say 9,876 customer, we want to see all the values. What are all the values? What are the readings for the month of Jan? What is invoice for the month of Jan 2014? What is the billing for the month of Jan 2014? Similarly for Feb, you can see the reports. Okay. So can anybody tell me medical records? See, if you remember, these things are quite enough. Okay, absolutely enough for you to tackle the interviews. Anybody can tell me about medical records?
Yeah, we check the insurance company name.
Exactly, yes. Verification of, that's all, verification of insurance, right? Insurance. And then verification of identity, right? Right? How we will do that? Current, your driving license. Right? So here, verification of insurance, how we will do? Your insurance card. Yes or no? Right? And also you will verify the age. If he is a minor, there are some procedures. Okay? Age verification. Okay? And also another test is when the nurse sends the, doctor prescription, okay, to CVS pharmacy, whether it has been reached or not, will verify. Okay? Then CVS pharmacy will call you, right? Hey, Naga, I got a call from, so-and-so doctor regarding medicines. So shall I go ahead? Yes, you will say yes. Okay? Like that. Doctor to medicines to CVS pharmacy. Doctor prescribed medicines. Okay, CVS pharmacy. Okay, similarly, tests. Okay, to labs. Yes or no? Medical lab. So what about insurance? Say car insurance. Car insurance. Can anybody give me a couple of examples?
AAA.
Yeah, AAA. Okay. And give me one test case.
Okay, if we follow the same thing,
Yeah.
will they take the driver's license?
Exactly. Yes. Yes, correct. Okay. Same thing, right? Same thing. They will also verify the age, your, license, your, so and so forth. Okay. Let us take one example. So quotation for, right? Quotation, right?
Yes. Insurance.
Quotation for your car. Okay. How they do that? What are the factors they'll consider based on
Age
your
factor.
And model.
age,
Factor.
number of cars,
Yeah.
okay, age,
Previous history.
excellent. Here we go. So previous history. See, let me tell you, in testing you have to talk. Trust me. Okay, you have to talk. And you need to understand the business. That's all. Now you're already having the business knowledge. See, for this, they're paying almost $30 to $35 per hour. Why you are doing delay? That's my question to all of you. Right? Same thing, no difference at all. All right. Okay. Suppose if you want umbrella insurance, okay. Umbrella insurance means, so you will take car insurance, home insurance, plus boat insurance. Of course, most of the Indians very less, right? But there are some folks having boat insurance. Your motorbike insurance, motorcycle insurance, etc. Okay, we will calculate. So finally, bank. Now I want somebody to tell about bank. What are the test cases? I'll send all the notes to everybody. Okay, all the notes I'll send to everybody. Okay. Come on, there are some folks worked in bank, right? Why didn't you tell me? What are the test cases in bank? You transferred amount, right? You transferred amount from checking to
Savings account.
savings. Okay, yeah, savings. Savings. Then you validate, right? Validate. How you validate? Suppose bank balance is $1,000 in checking, and initial balance in savings is $100. You moved $100 from checking to savings. Then 900 should be the balance in checking. 200 should be balance in savings. Okay. So say you taken home loan. Let us say. Okay. Home loan. All right. So monthly payment is say $500. Okay, monthly payment $100. So when you got a payment from the customer, so whether it has been posted correctly or not, you have to verify. Right? Monthly you are paying $500. So when you posted $500 to your account, so whether it has been deducted or not from the loan, that you will verify. Yes or no? You will verify, right? But of course, system will do automatically in production, but while doing testing, you will do that. Okay? And also credit cards, right? Credit cards. Credit card. Okay? Suppose you want a credit card with zero insurance, 0%. Okay? When you call the company, he will say, there are certain parameters are there to get the 0% insurance. Okay? So like this, you can go on writing so many test cases. What I'm saying is these are all the functionalities. You are verifying the functionality of the application. So functional testing is testing the flow of an application, okay, and the functionality of the objects, okay, like buttons. Okay, suppose I am clicking on this button, show my screen. Now you are not seeing, right? Now I am clicking on this one button. You are able to see this. You are doing testing, right? I am doing testing now. I clicked on this one. Test. You are not in the air. You are not seeing my screen. Now I clicked on this one. I am on the air. System is showing the screen. Is it testing? Yes. And let us see here. Okay. Let me go to Bank of America. Okay. So what I'm testing here, first of all, I'm testing the web link. HTTPS is a web link I'm testing, whether it is coming or not. Okay. And also, see a drop down here. Okay. Let me say 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll go, this is called drop down, okay? This is called drop down. So in the drop down, I have to pick my New Jersey, okay? I picked a New Jersey. Okay, when you give the values, how the system is behaving, that is called functional testing. Okay, so functional testing means testing the flow of application and the functionality of the objects like buttons, links, and drop downs. Okay, that is called functional testing. Just let me go into the programming. Okay, the programming, they will do like this. They will write like this. Okay, they write the program like this. This is called procedures. Anybody knows procedures? Packages, functions in programming. Anybody? So what they write in the program? Okay, they write like this: procedure. Okay, procedure. Okay, when clicking the sign button. When clicking the sign in button, he will write all the details. He will write. The moment you click on sign in, it will verify your user ID, password, and the state. Then it will give access to system. Okay, that will access to the system. Okay, so the programmer will write in the code, and your job is to make sure that whatever he has written is working correctly or not. Okay, so that is called functional testing. I'll repeat once again. Testing the flow of an application. Flow of application means whatever the code he has written in the application, okay, that flow is behaving correctly or not. And also, you are testing the functionality of objects. What are the objects here? Link is an object. Okay, so button is an object, and also drop down is also an object. Okay, so you are clicking here, how it is behaving. Okay, and information for some state, you are clicking how it is behaving. Is it getting the page or not? Is it failing or not? You will verify. That is called functional testing. Okay, so you will verify each and every functionality of an application. So the question is, what functionalities have you tested in testing? You can answer 5 minutes continuously. That's it. I have written very clearly. Okay, electricity billing, I tested meter reads, I tested invoice, I tested billing, I tested reports. I worked on medical records, I tested verification of insurance card is identity verified, I have verified the age. These are all functionalities, right? So if you say all these things, is enough. Okay, you need to talk in interview. You need to talk about the business. Of course, a little bit of technology you should definitely know. You should talk about graph, you should talk about SQL statement, etc. Fine. It's not a big deal. Okay. Any questions on functional testing? All right. If no question means we'll go to regression testing. This is very, very important. Okay. In the interview, you must talk about these two things. Okay. You must talk about functional testing and regression testing. You cannot, miss that one. The reason, regression is part and parcel of testing. Regression testing. Okay. See, regression means doing the thing again and again and again. That is the meaning. Okay. Regression means we are doing the same thing again and again and again. So when you are going to do that, that is the question. When you are going to do, you are going to repeat the test cases again and again whenever a defect is fixed. Okay, defect is fixed, or a new functionality has added to the application, or there is an upgrade, or there is a change, then only you do the regression. Why? The intention of regression is whatever the new functionality you have added should work properly. But at the same time, the old functionality should not be disturbed. That is what you are going to verify. So, when you add a new functionality, you write the new test case. You will test that one. And similarly, you will also test the existing functionality by using the test cases. How we will do that? You will do this similarly. You will go to, once again, you will go to, yes, your, same thing. Go to the test case. Okay? Go to test case. Okay? Take the, the web link. Start testing. That's all. Okay. Blue Cross, Blue Shield. Is it coming or not? We will verify. Yes, we got it. Okay. So like this, we keep on doing the testing. So regression means to repeat the test cases again and again. Whenever code has been changed, whenever a new functionality has been added, whenever the existing functionality has been changed. Intention is, in addition to testing the new functionality or a new change, we will make sure that the old functionality is not disturbed. It is intact. So, how we will do that? For new functionality, you read the new test case. You will run it, just like what I have done here. Similarly, old test case also will be tested here. All the results we will write in the QC. We are going to talk about QC later on. Okay? So how we will do that? You can do manually. You can do automation tools also can be used. What are the automation tools? QTP, JMeter, etc. They are the automation tools. Okay? All right. So this is about regression testing. Okay, this is about regression testing. Next one is integration testing. Okay, next one is integration testing. Okay, integration testing. See, integration means joining together. Joining together. I told you before, whenever an application is, whenever a company is building an application, means when the developers are writing the code, they'll cut into pieces. Okay? They'll cut into pieces. So electricity billing, they cut into 4 pieces. Meter reads, invoice, billing, reports. Okay? And then medical records, patient, doctor, nurse, insurance claims, reports. Okay? So if you take bank, so many. Checking account, current account, loans, business loans, home loans, student loans, so on and so forth. Okay? Okay, let us talk about electricity billing system. Okay? Electricity. See, if anybody has any doubt, ask me, okay? Don't hesitate. The reason, if you understand this one, it will be easy for you to talk in the interview as well as to remember also. Electricity billing project. Okay? 4 modules, right? First is meter reads. Next one, invoice. Third one, billing. Fourth one, reports. Okay. So what happens? One team is working on this one. Okay. One team. Second team. Okay. Billing. Third team. This is the fourth team. Suppose these two modules are ready. Billing is not ready. Okay. Club together how the system is behaving. Why I mentioned in the previous class, from meter reads module, meter reading, okay, is the input to invoice module. Yes or no? Otherwise, how the meter reads, how invoice is calculated, it cannot, right? The reason to calculate invoice, you need meter reads. Without meter reading, it won't anything, right? How the invoice is calculated, meter reading into unit price. We know very well. So from meter reads module, the meter reading should come into invoice. How the meter reading is calculated, we know very well. For the month of February 2014, final reading, that is the reading on 20th Feb minus reading on what is the reading on 1st Feb, nothing but 31st Jan reading. Yes or no? Correct, right? What is the 31st January reading is input to the 1st February reading. Correct? 31st January reading will be the initial reading on 1st February. So the difference of these two is called the meter reading for the month of February. That will come as input to the invoice. From this module, meter reading for February will come. Here what we will do, we will calculate unit price. Okay, simple is 1 unit. But if you go really into the system, there will be different prices will be there. Peak period, low peak period. For business, they will calculate different reading. For senior citizens, there will be some reading. For low income group, there will be some reading. Some values will be there. Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that.
What is that?
I didn't know that so far.
Yeah. So there will be a lot of logic, Ramana. There's a lot of logic will be there. The simplest logic I'm telling you.
Okay.
Yeah, logic will be totally different. Okay. So there are different plans will be there. Once you go to the client, you will understand.
Okay, parameters are there.
Yeah, so many parameters will be there. Okay. So my intention of talking about this one is integration testing. If you don't get a meter reading value for the month of February, you cannot calculate invoice. Correct or not?
Yes.
You will agree, right? That you will agree. So when you do integration testing, this is the way you do the testing. See, there are 4 modules in the electricity billing system, but by the end of certain time, 2 modules are ready. So when 2 modules are ready, the manager wants to move forward. Okay, at least that part will be over, right? So whenever billing is ready, they will add the code also. After all the modules, once again, meter reads, invoice, billing, reports. That is called system testing. Okay, that is called system testing. It is nothing but end-to-end testing. So that means here, from you are testing all the modules in SIT box.
Meter reading till reports.
Till reports, yes. Why? Code is available. All the developers have finished their coding. They finished their unit testing. Then they moved the code to the SIT box. Now, you will do the complete testing, end-to-end testing. That is also called system testing. Integration testing means whatever the modules are available, okay, as per the sequence, you will test the, those modules. That is called integration testing. Okay, that's called integration testing. Any questions until this point? All right.
I'm sorry, Naga.
Ramana, go ahead.
Yeah, you said first two, first team and second team, that is meter reading and invoice. If they are ready, like they tested, like testing team, every test will be done on these two modules.
Right.
Yeah, and the billing and reports also are important. So unless if you do the billing, then how can we billing and reports? So once these things are also done, then they do the integration testing. That's it.
Yeah, system testing, right? See, Ramana, see, in the actual scenario, what happens, right? See, when you go to the client place, right, always changes will pop up. Okay? Changes always will come. The reason, the stakeholder may come with change, the government may give some changes, the changes may impact your, this thing. So, the developers whose business documents are ready, okay, they'll go on finishing that one as soon as possible. Okay. See what, let us take, billing, we are working on billing. Okay. So, sometimes, not all will be in sync. Billing may take some time. The reason it may have different interfaces. Okay. Billing may have to talk to different applications. So it may take some time. So you cannot push them, right? You cannot push them. See, of course they will see generally developers will work more time, even sometimes you have to work more extra hours, fine. But until and unless the developer says, I am confident, we cannot take the code.
Okay.
At least developer should say, right, yes, my code is good. He should feel comfortable. Right? When the billing developer says his code is ready, he has to do the unit testing, right? Where he will do the unit testing? Where he will do the unit testing?
Go to the application. Like,
he will do the unit testing in development server. And that is very important. Okay. Developer always works in development server. In development server, he will do only unit testing. We always work in SIT box, UAT box, and production box. Okay. Developer will not touch UAT box. Okay. But of course, whenever required, he will do. But whenever there is an error, he will go and verify that. Okay. We will verify that. But that is our job to look into that. Okay. So, whenever billing is ready, these three will be clubbed together. When reports is ready, then all will be clubbed together.
Okay.
See, here is the scenario. Reports is ready, billing is ready, sometimes invoice may not be ready.
How can the reports and billing will be ready if there is no data?
Coding, right? Coding. See, data you have to create, right?
Okay. Now I got it. Yeah.
Data you have to create, right?
The module is ready, you say.
Coding. I'm talking about coding.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
See what happens, Ramana, they will create, see in development box you can create whatever you want the data.
Okay.
Whatever you want to create.
Okay. This is not about data, so yeah, I got
Yes.
it.
Okay. Like that, like that it will move forward. So whenever all are ready, you are going to do the system testing. Okay. All right. Now, next testing is called database testing. Okay. See, the database testing is, okay, let us see here. Okay. If I go to Bank of America, okay, if I do any transaction, I transfer the amount. Okay. I told you very well that when I'm moving $100 from checking to savings account, the checking should be reduced by $100 and your savings should be increased by $100. You will agree to that?
Yes.
All of you will agree. Okay, good. So you have to see it, right? You have to see it and you have to show to the other group that I moved $100 from checking to savings. How we will do that? You will go to the database. We're going to see that. We'll go to the database and we'll write a select statement saying that select, checking balance from checking account where account number is equal to 9,099. You will see the value. Okay, that will be $900. Then once again, you will go to savings account. Select savings balance from savings account table where customer number is equal to 9,999. You will get $200. Okay, so that means you are validating the transaction what you have done. You are validating the test what you have done. How it is possible? You have to go to database. You have to log into the database. When you are doing testing in SIT, you have to go to SIT box. When you are doing UAT, you have to go to UAT box. Okay, just like that. When you are going to New York, you have to go to 95 North. When you are going to San Jose, you have to go to 80 West. Okay, if you are going to Atlanta, you have to take 95 South. Similarly here also, if you are working in production box, you have to enter into production box and go to the correct table. There will be so many tables. You should know which table you have to go. That you will understand slowly. Okay, you will understand. So, whenever you do one transaction, you will verify the inserts with the help of select statements. So, testing the inserted data from the front end, okay, we are verifying whether it is saved correctly or not. This is called database testing. How we will verify? By writing the SQL statement. Okay, so we will write the statements in Oracle and SQL Server. Any questions on this one? Okay, in low-level testing, we have to do database testing. Whenever you do one transaction, you will go and verify the table, whether insert is happened. If the insert is happened, is it correct or not? Okay, when you move $100 to checking, you should not increase by, $300. Then it is wrong. There is some wrong in the code. Okay, you will verify. That is your job. Okay, all right. Next, browser compatibility test. Browser compatibility test. So first, can you tell me different browsers?
Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox.
Google Chrome.
Yeah, Google Chrome.
right? Yeah. There are different browsers are there, right? That is Internet Explorer, Microsoft, Mozilla Firefox, Mozilla, Google Chrome from Google. Okay, and also from these guys, Apple, Mac, right?
Mm-hmm.
From Apple, Mac. So any application should be compatible with all these
Browser.
browsers. Okay. So how? See, here I'm using.
Chrome.
See, here I'm using Google Chrome, right? Okay. I'll go here. So I'll go and use my Internet Explorer. It should work in Internet Explorer also. Similarly, Mozilla Firefox also it should work. See, bankofamerica.com, it should work in Mozilla Firefox, it should work in Google Chrome, it should work in Internet Explorer, it should work in, okay? So, Apple browser, that is Mac. That is called browser compatibility test. And also, it should be compatible with Windows 7, Windows 8, okay, etc. See, so much of testing, right? Windows XP, Vista, Mac, in all these things it should work. Okay, that is called browser compatibility test. Short name is BCT. See how simple it is.
Yeah.
The application should be compatible with all the browsers. Okay, all the other browsers. See, one more thing, how compatible you are in the team, that is very important. When you go to the office, right, how compatible you are, it means how much you are flexible with the team. Suppose you are asked to work extra hours, how much you are working. Suppose you are asked to work from home, how much cooperation you are doing with the team. These are all they will validate. Okay, they are asking you to take a new project, how you are taking that challenge. Okay, they are asking you to do some repetitive work, how you are taking. Okay, so see here, every application should work in all the browsers. Okay, and also in the operating system like Windows 7, 8, XP, browsers like Mozilla Firefox, Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, Apple Mac. That is called BCT. Okay, so the question is asked in the browser compatibility. Yes, you have to go on telling about your application. Yes, I worked on medical records application. I tested medical record application on Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, so on and so forth. Enough. That's more than enough. Okay. Next is Sanity Check. Sanity Check. Sanity Check. Testing. Okay. See, sanity checking is, there is one clause here, okay? Testing the major functionalities of an application in production server without real-time transaction. Okay, without real-time transaction. I will show you, okay? What is that? Let's go to Amazon.com. Okay, Amazon.com. Okay, what you will do, you are going to, first you will enter in your user ID and password. So we are going to buy, say, something, Kindle books, let us say, okay, Kindle readers. Kindle readers, we are going to purchase one Kindle reader. What you will do, you will do all the transactions. What type of Kindle device you want to buy, how many you want to buy, you will select. you will give a credit card, but you will not do the final transaction, that is payment you will not do. That is called sanity check. Okay? You will do until the end. Finally, you will not execute the final phase of testing, that is payment you will not do that. That is called sanity. By the way, you may do one transaction. Okay? See, in every company, they will give you some credit cards. Okay? They will give you some credit cards. So you may be asked to do one or two transactions. After that, you are asked to do the sanity check. That means, okay, you will select the item which you want to buy, how many items you want to buy. You will give the credit card, but final transaction, payment transaction you will not execute. That is called sanity check. Why it is necessary? See, let us take, AT&T. AT&T, there are so many devices, right? When you add a new device to the, AT&T store, then you have to test it, right? You have to test it. For that, you will do the sanity check. That's all for today. Any questions?
No, Naga.
Okay. What about others? All right. So no problem. Take down some questions. What is sanity checking and why it is necessary? So if you know why it is necessary, you will not forget this. Okay? If you know why it is necessary, then you won't forget. So what is sanity checking and why it is necessary? Write about browser compatibility test. Explain about your experience related to system testing. Explain about your experience related to system testing. What is database testing and why you have to validate?
Can you repeat the question, Naga? What
Yes.
is?
What is database testing and why it is to be validated?
Oh.
Explain about your experience with respect to regression testing. What type of functional testings you have done in various projects?
Now, what types of functional testing?
You have done in various projects. you come up with answer, Parekh, I will explain, okay, in next class. Okay, you try to, explore yourself. Okay, I'll explain, but you put your time. You try to do some more research, and definitely I'll explain. So any other questions? All right, if no questions means, then we'll take it easy for today, and we'll meet on Thursday. So anybody is interested in taking entry on Thursday, let me know. Otherwise, I'll continue my class. Okay?
Thank you, Naga. Good night.
Thank you. Yeah, good night, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you,
Okay?
Naga.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you.